Hi guys, and welcome back to my black screen series. This is episode 21 of 52, and um, I'm still at my mate's place. Um, if I upload this episode if I upload this episode tonight, which there's a good chance of, this episode will be on time. So first time in weeks and weeks that I've had an episode on time. Yeah, sorry guys, just Mardi Gras got the better of me. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight? I'm still looking after my mate's dogs. My dogs are all asleep at the moment. Most dogs probably are asleep, but I can hear one dog having a bark and howl. It's going boo, trying to make itself sound sad. It's probably a little cold out there. About 16 degrees, 15 degrees maybe Celsius. It's not freezing. Yeah, I was out there only 5 minutes ago and it wasn't that cold. I could actually take my shirt off. I reckon I could walk around naked for half an hour. Probably get cold after about 5 minutes, but you get used to it. And you wouldn't freeze. It's not that cold. But yeah, coming into winter, some of the dogs aren't really, well, we've got a few puppies here, so they're not really used to it. It's their first winter. So it'll be a bit of a culture shock for them. Yeah, yesterday was Missy's birthday, her 16th birthday. And we were going to have her daughter come down from her daughter Muffin, which is her youngest puppy. I think she's about 7, 8 years old. But yeah, Missy's 16 yesterday. Oh, her grandson just cuddled up to her because he's a bit cold. And she growled at him. And then she lifted her head up and growled and put her head back down again. Just a little growl. Basically, telling him, watch yourself. Don't disturb me too much. Don't know if you can hear that puppy howling. I suspect it's a Samoyed. There's a couple of Samoyeds here and there. They're very needy dogs. And really, they should probably be inside dogs. But, yeah, who can handle that? Pooing and peeing and chewing. Being a nuisance. Not to mention their hair. Yeah, got enough dealing with my three inside the house, and I've got nowhere else to put them. Anyway, tomorrow by lunchtime I hope to be home. The next day is payday. I might see what I can do on with getting something started on the Cybertruck. I'd really like to get into the chassis or the panels. I'm not sure. I noticed some sanding belts here. A pack of new sanding belts, and I might just pinch them for my efforts. Yeah, don't think anything of that. My mate would be fine with me taking them, and I'll tell him anyway. For all the stuff that I've done here, and I'm even putting my own money into stuff now to help feed the animals. Anyway, bit of a pain having to do it. Hopefully he's out of jail Wednesday. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so if he is, then that'll be great, because I won't be coming back here and dealing with the animals non-stop. Might be occasional, but yeah, I'll be able to move on with my own project. Get this bloody Cybertruck on the road. And realistically, if he doesn't get out of jail, it could be the thing that really slows me up on the Cybertruck. I've had all of May. I've taken all of May off pretty much with Mardi Gras and not feeling so good after it, and then getting on a bit of a low, and helping out here. So yeah, he's been in jail, I think, about 3 weeks, and so yeah, it's taken a toll. That means that I haven't been able to focus on my own goals. Admittedly, those 3 weeks, if he hadn't have gone to jail, wouldn't have translated to 3 weeks worth of work on the Cybertruck. They might have translated to 1 week, but definitely not 3. 2 is a stretch, because yeah, the week after Mardi Gras I was stuffed, and then you got 2 more weeks since then. Maybe the second week I might have started to get motivated again and got back into things, and maybe by now I could have had 2 weeks worth of work done on it. And in my eyes, that's at least a quarter of the work. 2 weeks work. So yeah, add another 6 weeks onto that and it'd be done. But now our start date is pushed back, so it's 6 weeks from whenever he's out of jail. It's roughly what I'm looking at, about 6 weeks worth of work. And realistically, it can be anywhere from a month to 2 months, and it probably will end up being closer to 2 months. But I want it done before August. So my goal a couple of months back was to have it done by yesterday. Have a Cybertruck launch date yesterday, but way off happening. and base in, I mean, if we base the future on the past, I could be another year before I get this thing done right. But yeah, look, there's nothing other than motivation, time, effort, getting into it, nutting things out and putting the work in. There's nothing other than those things from stopping me from getting it built. And yeah, like I said, about 6 weeks worth of work and I can have it on the road. I've got everything I need, pretty much. There's a few little bits, but they're not that expensive. I would like to have an extra $550, $600. Realistically, $1,000 would be nice because there's a few things like paint and things that I need, and just bits and pieces that we'll need hardware wise, bolts, all sorts of weird things like that. I'm gonna have to buy a little pop rivet gun, just a hand one, and some pop rivets. There's things like drill bits and all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, $1,000 would cover it. Of the money I borrowed 3,600. I've paid off, come Tuesday, I'll have paid off 1,050 of that, but that's between two different people too. So I've paid off 600 to one person, and as of Tuesday it'll be 450 to another person. So one person I still owe 2,000 to, and the other one I still owe, come Tuesday I'll still owe 550. So the person that I owe the 550 to, I'm thinking of hitting up for another 1,000 because I did originally ask them for 1,000 and they said yes. I mean, I did originally ask them for 2,000 and they said yes, and then they gave me 1,000, and I said I thought you said yes to 2,000, and they said yeah, we'll spend that first. I'm a bit tight at the moment. Just let me know when you're done with that. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I let them know that I was done with it, but I didn't really push for the extra 1,000 because yeah, I kind of almost have what I need, and to borrow less money means that I mean debt less, and for less time. And the quicker I've paid off all this money, the quicker I can upgrade things. I want to upgrade probably suspension. I want to upgrade batteries or get extra batteries. I want to upgrade the body. So the body's only going to be in ply, and it's going to be painted to look like stainless steel, as opposed to the polycarbonate panels that actually have a thin aluminium coating stuck to them, and actually look like proper brushed aluminium or brushed stainless. So yeah, there's a fair bit that I need to get into with the Cybertruck. But as you know, and I don't know if you can still hear that puppy, I don't think it's a puppy. I think that one that's howling is a girl, and I think she's about 6, 8 months at a guess by the look of her. She might be a bit older. Anyway, It's excuse me. Check on my words. Sorry, sneeze and bloody cough. That's what I needed. Wet the whistle. A lot better. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that's kind of where things are at. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, guys. Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah, I did sneeze 4 times. It's got me wondering actually if there's something in this room that I'm allergic to, because I'm kind of remembering last night when I came in here that I sneezed as well, a little sneeze attack, and I've only just come in here and the dogs laid down and went straight to sleep, and so I thought, good time to record. But yeah, didn't do that last night. Didn't record last night, so didn't capture my sneezing. And I paused the sneezes out for you guys, because no one wants to hear me sneeze 4 times in a row. I often sneeze 4 times in a row, or just twice. But yeah, often if I sneeze more than once, it'll be 4 times. I don't know why. And sometimes it's like, achoo, and then achoo, and achoo, and then someone goes, bless you, and I feel like saying, piss off, I've got another one coming. But yeah, I hate people saying bless you. I know it's to do with the Black Plague or bubonic plague. It's something to do with telling a spirit. I don't know. Can't remember exactly how it goes, but yeah, something to do with that. Something I used to say. But yeah, I feel like when people say bless you, it's my dog's just woke up. There's we're in the bush here, so and because of all the animals around and the feed that's around, there's rodents and snakes. So yeah, I think they just heard a rodent, and actually they're not like house rats and domestic mice that you might find in cities. These are actually natives that are taking advantage of the feed and not going out and doing their own hunting. But yeah, they're actually called anticlinus, and an interesting fact about them is the males, when the females are in season, the males read themselves to death. They don't eat, and they just have sex non-stop until they die. And yeah, so I don't know how many males a female kills like that. But yeah, it's pretty powerful. I've seen male dogs not eat and exhaust themselves from their, crazy sex drive. Seen humans do some stupid shit too, but that's another topic. Anyway, guys, yeah, the whole bless you thing. I don't like people saying it. I've even said to people, feeling like a smart ass or just annoyed that they say it. I feel like saying, why do you say that? You're not a priest. You're not even religious. You're not ordained. You're not a minister. What gives you the power to bless someone? Well, it's just a thing. Well, don't. Sorry, it's just one thing that it's one of those personal peeves, pet hates. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good night or a good day wherever you are, whatever time of the day or year or whenever you're listening to this. Appreciate you listening. I feel like I'm running out of things to say, and that's okay. A bit about this series, for those that don't know, maybe picked up on it halfway through. Well, we're not halfway through yet. Episode 26 would be halfway, right? And this is episode 21. But yeah, if you've just recently picked up on this series and you haven't actually been listening from the start, you might wonder what it's all about. And I just decided at the start of the year to do more uploading, and whenever I upload facing the camera or filming the dogs, I don't seem to film for too long. I'm very uncomfortable in front of the camera, but yeah, talking's a bit easier. It's kind of like I'm on the phone or something. I don't feel the pressure like I would on stage. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I could talk on radio. I don't know. I'm nervous about that, the whole idea of a whole bunch of people listening at once. Even though, I mean, any one of my videos could go viral, and then all of a sudden all these old episodes could get heaps of views, and suddenly from having a handful of views, they could end up with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views because people become interested in my life for some weird reason. I doubt it's going to happen. Not expecting it to happen. But yeah, the internet's a strange place. Stranger things have happened. I'm not here for the fame. I don't really want fame. The money that comes with the fame would be nice. So yeah, if I could have the money without the fame, by all means. But yeah, there's work involved. You do have to grow your audience. You do have to produce content. And your content should be worthy of people's attention, I guess. For some people, this is dead set boring. Personally, unless I was interested in the person, I wouldn't listen to something like this. So that would just go to show that the people that are listening are likely to be interested in me, and that's cool. I like that. So for you people that are interested in me, that's what this series is about. It's to help you all get to know me a bit better, know where I'm coming from, learn a bit about me. So I'm currently 55, born and raised in Sydney, Australia. 18 years ago I moved up here to the Northern Rivers and which is the northern parts of New South Wales, not far from Byron Bay, and not far from Lismore, and the town's called Nimbin. And many people would have heard of Nimbin for its cannabis culture. It's basically probably the most famous place for cannabis in Australia. Even though weed's illegal in New South Wales, and we've got places like Canberra where it is legal, it still doesn't make Canberra the capital. It's the capital of the country. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a minimalist. I live in a micro camper. Not for the last few days though. My camper is the smallest camper that I know of in the country. There's another guy with another camper. I suspect his is similar in length to mine, but I also suspect his is a fraction wider than mine, so that makes his a bit bigger. His isn't a pop top. It's sort of lower at the front and it curves across the top to, it's kind of like a teardrop shape, but yeah, it's like a full height door at the back. And yeah, it's much lower at the front. And then he's got his tow vehicle, which is a four-wheel quadricycle, or yeah, I guess that's what you call it. And he's got electric assist. He doesn't have suspension on his camper, and he's only got two wheels, and they're not as solid as the wheels I'm going to have on mine. I'm going to have fat tyres on mine to match the wheels that are on the Cybertruck, and they can take a hell of a lot of weight, I'm sure. So yeah, without buckling or warping or breaking. Oh, this poor dog. It's just making me feel sorry for it. It'll calm down. If I go out there and give it attention, I'm just making a nuisance issue for myself, where I'll come back inside and I'll start up again and I'll have to go back out and calm it down, and then it'll get used to me going out every time it cries. So it's kind of like you got to be cool to be kind. Just give it no attention. Let it call out. It's been fed. It got a warm meal tonight. They all did. All the puppies. I'll warm their. Normally their meat's defrosted for all the puppies, but yeah, I actually warmed it up just a little. I didn't cook it. Don't like the idea of cooked meat, but warming it up to like body temperature almost. That's cool. We don't want to really change the colour of the meat by cooking it or by heating it too much. So yeah, raw meat's best for dogs. And they got beef tonight. Last night was chicken for the puppies and beef for the dogs. Everyone got beef tonight though. Night before last was all chicken. So they went chicken night before last, beef last night and tonight, but the puppies had chicken last night. Anyway, I'm talking crap. So yeah, at the start of this series, I had an issue with depression, and it hasn't gone away, but I will say it's improved somewhat. I put that down to the mobility I've got with the progress of the Cybertruck. You know, that if that's the right way of phrasing it. The fact that I'm moving forward and I've got all these bits ordered. It doesn't matter so much that I had to get into debt to do it, because it's done. Like kind of like getting a car loan or a home loan. You can't always get things straight away, and sometimes a bit of credit helps. And I'm not great at saving, so that's where having these loans that aren't very much anyway. I borrowed 2,600 off one person. I've already paid back 600. I've borrowed another 1,000 off another person, and I've already paid off 300, and another 150 come Tuesday, which is only 2 days away. Tomorrow's Monday. So yeah, my dog is tripping out at things in this room. I think she's doing a bit of rat hunting. But yeah, they're not stupid. They take off from dogs pretty quick. So it'll be long gone. There'll be holes all over this room. It'll have multiple places to get in and out. So not much chance of the dogs catching them. Especially seeing as though my dogs haven't had experience. Pretty sure only Missy's caught back in the day when she was young. Probably 10 years ago. But yeah, Missy's caught some rats back in the day. These younger two, Luke and Leia, they get flies and lizards, little tiny lizards. That walk around the garden. There's little tiny ones. And yeah, they're not even that good at getting them. But yeah, Leia and Luke have had their moments where they catch and kill blowflies, which is pretty cool for pest control. So yeah, basically that gives you an idea of what this series is about. Just sort of update people in case they're new to it. I'm just here to air my life, I guess. Help you people understand me a bit better. I'm a minimalist, so that explains the micro camper. It's a bicycle camper, but it's not pulled by a bicycle. It's a four-wheel bicycle, basically. On fat tires, and it's completely enclosed, like a velomobile. If you know what a velomobile is, it's an aerodynamic shell over a bicycle frame, and they're usually recumbent. Recumbent means laid back, so you're not sitting over the bike, you're sitting into the bike. So the wheels are as high as you are, instead of you being over the wheels and upright, you're laid back like you're in a banana chair or a lounge chair. Picture a Formula One racer, how they got their feet right out in front of them and their knees are almost as high as their hands, and just above that is their head because their back's laid right back. So that's the sort of position, recumbent riding position. So your pedals are out in front of you instead of being under you, which means that you can have a more comfortable seat and quite a large seat because you need your back support. So yeah. And yeah, in case you haven't worked out, the Vellenville shape is Cybertruck. So for those that aren't familiar with the Cybertruck, it's a Tesla thing. Elon Musk, not a fan of Elon Musk so much, but I like the Cybertruck. I even like the fact that it's a little controversial, because a lot of people hate on it because of Elon, but that's cool. I don't care. I reckon the Cybertruck's just it's got a cool shape. There's lots of reasons why I picked it. It actually has better aero, so coefficient of drag, better than any other ute or light truck, pickup, whatever you want to call them, on the market around the world. And it's even better than some sports cars. So yeah, the coefficient, despite its angular and very flat shape, it actually has a very good coefficient of drag. I think it's around 3.2. Not sure. Yeah, they did tests on it, so it's been wind tunnel tested. I don't know how coefficient of drag works when we go down to 40% scale, which is what I'm doing. Does it get 40% less than that, or does it stay the same? Because we've still got the same shape, it's just smaller. I don't know. Not sure how it works. But yeah, if anyone knows about how drag works, so for example, if you have a car that has a coefficient of drag that is 3.0, if you half the shape of that, half the size, the dimensions of that car, so it's now 50% of its original size, so it's half as high, half as long, half as wide, the wheels are half the width and half the height, you know what I mean? It's a completely half-size car. If you get a car that has a coefficient of drag that is 3.0 and half that size, does the coefficient of drag change? And if it changes, does it change by half? Or I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know the proper answer. Anyway, been prattling on a bit. The dogs are all going off now, so it's probably a bit annoying for you guys. It's annoying for me, that's for sure. I'd rather not be here, as you've probably worked out. I'd rather be at home in my tiny micro camper, because from there I'm able to organise getting this Cybertruck happening a bit easier. From here I'm doing nothing as far as helping myself, and yeah, it's not good. Not good for my mood, not good for what I'm doing as far as even this series that you're listening to. It's throwing a spanner in the works. Listen to those bloody dogs. I love dogs, guys, but yeah. How does one person have this many dogs? Quick count. Did a count today and went through and got all the names of all the dogs, wrote them all down, and then counted up how many dogs there was, and I was shocked. So, what was it? 17 dogs. And my 3 as well are here. So that's 20 dogs. And then there's 8 puppies. So normally there's 25 dogs here, including puppies. But my 3 make it 28. So I am the sole responsible person looking after 28 dogs. Probably, I don't know, there's probably about 12, 15 ducks. Let me just do a quick count of birds. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, there's got to be about 20 birds. All sorts of things. That need to be taken care of as well. Parrots and, you know, cockatoos and those ringnecks and chooks and there's a rooster and guinea fowl and yeah, like I said, all the ducks. The ducks are a new addition, but I like them. They're cool. They've got this big water bucket and they splash around in it. It's funny. Every day we tip out the water and it's just like mud in the bottom. A layer of mud. The water goes to chocolate and there's just, when you tip it out at the bottom, there's just like a layer of mud every time. Hose it out, fill it up with clean water. Before you can get it full, they're in there. They have so much fun in the water ducks. Yeah, if he was home, maybe the ducks would be allowed to run loose. There's a dam on the property. It'd be nice to see him splashing around and having fun down at the dam. But also there's dingoes around the area and foxes. So often things that aren't caged at night go missing. One by one. So yeah, you might have 15 ducks now. Leave them out for a night. You might have 14. And then another night you might have 13. And a couple of nights later you got 12. And yeah, a couple of weeks later you only got a few ducks left. The resilient ones, the ones that learn to be alert and be on guard and all that sort of thing and stick together and dodge the enemy. Stay out of trouble. Yeah, maybe they're quick enough, I don't know. But yeah, I've seen it time and time again here. He's had lots of different wildlife. He likes to try and it works often, but yeah, it's just the nature of being in the bush. Dingoes are the main, dingoes and foxes and snakes. Yeah, these poor bloody birds, some of them roost up in a tree and then those tree snakes come along and pythons, you know, go up into the tree, spot their heat signal And they go up and just grab them while they're asleep, curl up around them, hanging off the tree. Sometimes they drop them, sometimes they drop with them. You get this big thud, and then you look, and then there's a snake curled around a bird, and it's got its mouth round it. And they swallow them whole. It's pretty brutal. But yeah, don't know if that's the way I'd like to go. It's squished and swallowed whole. I watched some marsupials grabbed by snakes, and some of them, they seem to have such incredible pressure applied to their bodies that their eyes are bulging out and look like they're about to pop out of their bodies. And I'm thinking, that can't be comfortable. It doesn't look like fun at all. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm prattling on tonight, all over the place. But yeah, for once, I'm on time with an episode, and that will just a little growl at Big George outside the door here. You heard it. Yeah, here's the bark from George now. The only little barks from Georgie. He's got a big bark when he wants to use it. It's just a little bark. It's like he's not really serious bark, that one. When he pumps out the serious one, it goes through the ground. Everyone hears it. It's a big boy bark. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Should I do a secret word? I don't know. Is there any point? No one seems to write them in the comments. Delay. That's what all this is amounting to. A delay in my life. So yeah, I was talking to a friend in town today. I went into town to grab a few things. Sorry, the word delay, if you put that in the comments down below, I'll know that that's a secret word. So you pop it in the comments and I'll know that you've listened to the majority of this episode. And I appreciate that. Otherwise, just, throw in a comment, have a chat, ask a question. Anything. Make a suggestion. Whatever you like. So I'll wind it up, and I'll upload this episode on time. It's almost 9 o'clock now, so should be enough time to upload it. Internet out here is a bit sketchy, but being late at night, it might be a bit better. It seems to play videos a bit better at night after a certain time. But yeah, it might be different uploading a video to playing something, live streaming or whatever. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just getting tired now. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got tired. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully by the next episode, my mate will be out of jail. I won't need to be staying here at his place looking after his dogs. I'm not doing it full time, by the way. I'm doing it like 3 or 4 days out of a week. you know, like 3 or 4 days on at a time, then I have 3 or 4 days off at a time. That's kind of how it's been for the last 3 weeks nearly. And yeah, I'm over it. So yeah, hopefully by the next episode 22 that is, we'll know if he's out of jail. Fingers crossed he is. I'm not going to be happy if he isn't. I guess neither will he. But yeah, I need to find a way to get my project happening if he's not in jail. I mean, if he is still in jail, sorry, I need to find a way to get my project happening regardless. Whether it means I bring it here and start working on it here, because I do have some free time while I'm here. It's not all about the dogs, you know, you spend like 2 hours with them in the morning and probably about 40 minutes with them at night, and probably about an hour or so of walking different dogs, and yeah, other dogs just play around while you're doing other things. So yeah, they all have their bit of exercise. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I've said that a couple of times, but I'm getting tired now. I want to go to sleep, basically, and I've got to upload this episode before I do. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See yous.